Hi everybody, it's Deanna with Tools of EnergyProtection.com, your energy shift expert and Akashic Records advisor. How's everybody doing tonight? Big hugs and kisses to everybody. It is post-eclipse time. And as many of you have noticed, that Scorpio is a little bit active and we got this eclipse and, there's just tons of stuff going on and there's so many energies to deal with all at the same time. So tonight I thought, I'm tired of being cooped up in the office. I love the lights and doing the broadcast and all that, but I thought, I haven't been out in my backyard in a while, so I'll just come out here. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the crickets are going and there's a storm coming in. It's just absolutely beautiful tonight. So thank you so much for joining me. And tonight I want to talk about post-eclipse energies and how to ride the wave. So, Sunday night was a beautiful, was a beautiful time. And then, if I'm not mistaken, that was the eclipse. And then Monday night was the full moon. And so we had a lot of shakeup in the frequency. And there were so many relationship changes. And so what I'm noticing among my clients and other people is these relationship changes have to do with stirring up a pot that hasn't been stirred up in a very long time. And so it's like there's a log jam and all of a sudden the water's just bursting through and it's like, where will the logs land? So you're going to notice in your life that there'll be some relationships that are going to be strengthened by relationships being broken. Okay? So what does that mean? It means that some relationships have been, 13, 14 years together and, everything seems to be status quo and just fine. And then something really small happens and it'll trigger one person or the other in the relationship. And I'm talking about mostly romantic relationships. And then once that gets done, what happens is that when that one little thing triggers, then it's the person who normally is the steady person, is the stable person in the relationship. And, just one foot clumping right after the other. And that's the person that will get triggered by another person in the relationship or the other person in the relationship because they do something out of their norm. And so the steadiness is surprised by somebody doing something outside of the norm. And so you're going to get a trigger response. And that's going to cause the relationship to be topsy-turvy. Things aren't going to settle out right away. And with Scorpio also coming into this mix of eclipses and full moons, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff transitioning. So if you're in that kind of relationship where the steady person kind of freaked out, and you're the other person who triggered them by doing something that you didn't know would trigger them, just keep breathing because eventually things will settle out and you two are going to sort some things out. But when things settle back, they'll be stronger than ever. If things don't settle out and you're not stronger than ever, then that means the two of you have some other karmic issues to work out. What does that mean? Karma means unbalanced energy or unbalanced frequency. All right. The other thing to ride out the waves of these times is to remember that our body is comprised mostly of water. And so when you have any kind of a full moon, that's going to move the vibrational frequency within your body. So if you've been stabilizing any anger, anxiety, phobia, pain, you're like, okay, I got it under wraps, When the full moon comes, it goes, surprise! And it kind of shakes it up. Starseeds, empaths, highly sensitive people at this time are being asked to step up their game. So a lot of folks checked in with me and they said, wow, I thought I was doing good. And then the full moon and the eclipse came and I just, I didn't know what else to do and I just lost it. So this is normal. So if you're one of those people that has been, kind of holding it together and it feels like, just when you thought you had it together, somebody came up and, spilled your marbles for you and you're trying to reassemble them, pick them up. Please don't pick them up. Please don't reassemble them. Stop. Take a deep breath and look at your life. Look at all the different pieces of your life. And just breathe. You don't have to pick them up right away. Breathe and look at the different aspects of your life. What are your beliefs? What are your perceptions? What are your judgments? Because our world is transforming so quickly. And this is one of the most great, most joyous times to be alive. But you've also got to be aware. You don't have to be aware, but it's good to be aware. The Bible tells us to be awake, aware, and alert as to what's happening around us. It doesn't say jump into the fear and the drama. So when you have eclipses, when you have full moons, the frequency of your body is going to change because the water vibration changes and your body's mostly water. So old stuck energy, old ways of doing things, old beliefs, old perceptions, old judgments are going to move out. And I don't know how many of you have felt this way, but let's see here. I think, last week, about 3 days out of 5, and it's only been a couple days this week, I have woken up for no particular reason, and I just want to vomit. I know I'm not sick. I know I don't have the flu bug, but I wake up and I'm like, bleh, Well, when you're dreaming, your brain is processing a lot. And since it's got a lot of water in it and the frequency's changing, it's bumping up against memories, all different kinds of memories that it's time for us to evolve from, to release, to transition from. And so when those little memory cells are getting bumped up against and stimulated, then we have really crazy dreams. What we don't usually recognize is those dreams are symbols for things. And if we did some wordplay and we figured out what symbol belonged to what, we would understand exactly what we were releasing. And there's things that we've been emotionally stuffing for years, emotionally accepting for years. And now our frequency is changing and it's like, I can't take this anymore. And it's literally causing your gut instinct to want to vomit. Now you won't get dry heaves, it's not like when you have a flu bug, but you just kind of feel like it. That's why. There's so many other symptoms that are happening in this world right now to prepare us to be the light of the world. We can't be a light, if our little light bulb's all dirty, right? So we're being cleaned up and we're being quickened. So that means it's happening faster and faster. And so whatever level of conscious awareness you're at, whatever level of, recovery that you're at, in flowing divine love and remembering that you are love. You are part of God's spirit or source, just like the little blood vessels inside of us are part of us. And so we're part of that system. And so God's spirit or source is bringing love. And with that love, the more you realize that love, the more you bring it into your beingness and let go of the crap, the more you're going to resonate in divine abundance. A lot of people are asking me lately, how do I manifest the perfect person in my life? How do I manifest more money? I need more money, that kind of thing. First thing is, don't say I need, because your subconscious mind goes, oh, that's lack. Let's have more bills. Unexpected. So no, start there. You desire, to look better. I feel like I'm looking older these days, but, I'm aging. It happens. If I don't take care of my body, I don't get exercise, things slow down and they reflect, right? So there's physical things you can do to manifest, to walk forward, to take action. Now where we are in this process of vibrational frequencies and spiritual evolvement, and our planet being just this beautiful place that everybody wants to be on and look at and watch in awe, as our planet is literally, dividing into two, like a cell. To manifest gets easier when you don't have as many negative energies in your energy field. Now there's an energy field right around your head. It's called a thought field. And so many of us for years have felt like we're walking around with a big cloud, above our head no matter where we go. Woe is me, fighting depression, lots of stuff. So once you realize that thought energy field has to be transformed, transmuted, And when you begin to engage in that, it's going to shift how you send frequency out. It's going to shift how you send messages to the universe. And so receiving is going to become easier. Manifesting is going to become easier. And I have seen in my own life results, major results, of being more positive, being more joy-filled, and releasing old hurts and working through that and doing the hard work. It's not easy to, release old hurts from people that really, truly damaged you, growing up. But it can be done because you release it with love and light. And if you need help with that, if you're like, I'm really struggling and I just can't give this person up, I want to hate them, I want to, demonize them, I want them to be the bad guy, they did me wrong, all that stuff, then it's time for us to talk, because you cannot afford to wait any longer. You just can't afford to wait any longer. This world is in an evolution. It's in a transformation, and you're either on board or you're not. So if you, don't want to get left behind in these icky, muddy, yucky, lower vibrational frequency waters, then, you've got to take the steps. And I certainly can't take them for you. But what I can do is connect your frequency higher. I can get you in touch with God's Spirit or Source and make sure that your angels are connecting to you and that you're feeling, sensing, or knowing what's happening and that you're receiving messages. That I can do. So I have some appointments open tomorrow, Wednesday, in my private office in Loveland, but we can Zoom or Skype, or no, it's not Skype, I don't do that anymore. We can Zoom or do FaceTime. We could just do it on the phone, so that's not a problem. And we will come up with a plan of how to get you unstuck, how to get you from where you are to having this nice frequency of happier thoughts and joy and drawing more positive things to you, be it a loving relationship, be it more money, be it a new car, whatever it is you desire. You just have to know how. And there's a few steps. It depends on how much you're disciplined and how much you rock forward to how fast you're going to go. But in these times, the evolution of a person's soul, the ability to evolve and stuff is just, I don't even have words for it. So when I first got into doing this, it took me years to clear energies and get rid of them and work through the muck, and it was just horrible. And now it's just like boop, 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 so easy. So if you've been waiting, now's your chance. Get moving. Make sure you have a strong connection to God's Spirit or Source. Receive messages from your angels. Really know what that is. Take action. Have a faith that as you take action and you shed the poop, that you're going to get stronger and stronger. And remember to say every day in every way, I am stronger and stronger. Every day in every way, I am happier and happier. Every day in every way, I am healthier and healthier. So I will be at For Heaven's Sakes Books as normal on Thursday. So you can give them a call and get in my schedule. When I looked, I think there was 4 spots left, and they've been filling up just super, super fast. I was really surprised there were still 4 spots left. So people have been working with me. They've been reporting they walk out feeling lighter. They feel more energetic. They feel more positive. They're finding that they're working through depression and phobias faster. They're shedding pain. A lot of people are having pain in their physical bodies. It just feels like it's cranked up. That's because of the water consumption. That's it. And it's a beautiful world that we live in. Yes, there are tough things going on. Yes, I'm aware of some situations that are going on in the world right now that are not happy. There's people that are going to make this world not happy. They're just bent on it. And to give due respect to the people that are touched by those catastrophes, those things that have happened, acknowledge them, send them love, send them compassion, ask God's Spirit or Source, to help them in their time of trouble, okay? And be thankful that you're in a peaceful state. I'm very thankful that I'm very peaceful right now. My backyard is peaceful. The storm coming in is peaceful. The crickets are peaceful. Birds are peaceful. But I know it's not that way for everybody right now. And I'm just grateful every day. I'm thankful that I can deliver this message, that I have my divine work, and that I can help all of you, because the stronger every sensitive starseed and empath grows, the stronger the vibration is on this planet. And it's lifting us up into a place of light. And there's going to come a time that's going to come us like a thief in the night, the Bible says. And the planet that we're on, Earth, is literally being pulled into two separate planets. Okay? There's a higher vibrational planet and there's a lower vibrational planet. And we won't even notice when the transformation is done. Because those of us that have worked through our poop, elevated our consciousness, done the best we can in this world every day in every way to get happier and happier, healthier and healthier, and wealthier, you know, the world is just going to get better and better and brighter and brighter. And for those people that didn't decide to work on themselves, maybe they have more lessons to learn, maybe their soul's just not ready to evolve. They will be stuck, you know, on this lower vibrational Earth. So it's like two dimensions, if you will, or two frequencies. But the people on the planet that are going to remain, they won't notice very much, other than, you know, somebody just seems to disappear. And I asked my guides, I'm like, does that mean physically? And they said sometimes. Other times it'll just be like a mirror, or a ghost of themselves. And so the person in the negative vibration won't even notice, because they'll be pulling the strings on this hologram that doesn't have a soul in it. So anyway, thank you for joining me. If you found the message to help you at all, please print, please click share. If you've enjoyed tonight's message, you know, please click a thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, please share the video or put a comment down below. I am starting to look for more and more questions, because people have a lot of questions that I don't always know, because to me it's just normal. So I'm asking, if you have a question, please text me. Please put a comment down below. Please private message me. tools-of-energy-protection.com. You click on that and it goes over, I think it's called About, and you'll find different ways to get a hold of me. But I'd like to know what your questions are, because we are entering a pretty scary time on this planet. But it's also exhilarating, and I don't always know what it is you all want to know. So ride the wave. Ride this beautiful wave of after the eclipse. Look at your life. If it's a bunch of marbles all of a sudden that fell out of your marble bag, look at each one and then look at, what are my beliefs about this situation? What are my perceptions about this situation? What are my judgments about this situation? Because that will tell you what's going on in here. And you focus on in here, it's going to raise your frequency, and then people are going to react to you differently. It's like magic. Anyway, if you hold on one moment, I did bring my Akashic Records cards. As you know, I usually read the Akashic Records using a pendulum or just intuiting it. And people have responded and told me they really like these Akashic Record cards that I have purchased, because they have pretty pictures on them. And they appreciate that. So I'm going to pull an Akashic Record reading for the planet that we're on right now, or the two planets that are becoming, the one that's becoming two. And let's see where we are right now in space and time. Very interesting. So the card I pulled is called the Queen of Scrolls, if you all can see that. Okay? And the Queen of Scrolls, as you can see, she is holding a scroll. So this is a record of what's happened. She's also still unscrolling it. If you notice, she hasn't read it all yet. There's still some stuff up here. Okay? And that means it's stuff that hasn't been seen but has been written. Breathe, everybody. The Akashic Record reading for the planet right now, Earth, where a different dimension is being formed. A new heaven and a new earth is starting to pull away from the old heaven and the old earth. Depression, anxiety, fear, you know, things that rule the animalistic part. And then people that are more spiritual in nature. And I don't mean animals are negative. They're beautiful creatures. I love them all, especially horses and dogs and cats. Anyway. But when you have this earth that's pulling away, it's consciousnesses. And so I said, show me what a Akashic record reading is for right now. And here it is, this woman, the Queen of Scrolls. And she's got her hand on this scroll and she hasn't unrolled all of it yet to read it. But she can see with the illumination of the third eye, the connection to God's Spirit or Source. And you see some growth here. And that's what's happening to our planet. There's a part of our planet where things haven't been read yet, but they have been written. So it's like reading a book. And we're coming, to the end of a chapter. And that chapter that we're coming to the end of will conclude itself in 2030. So we don't have that much more time until 2030. Okay? So that means dump the poop, the stuff. Find the joy within. Acknowledge what's going on in the planet. Acknowledge the travesties. Acknowledge the places on the globe that are, getting pummeled by heat or fires or too much rain. This is a reality for our whole planet. It's morphing, and it's having distress. Acknowledge it. Ask God's Spirit or Source to bless it, to either accelerate it or to put out the fire, to cause it to come to an early conclusion, the greatest good for all souls on the planet. Okay? So let me pull one card here. Let's see. I'm telling you, this life. Okay, here we go. The next one. So I was asking, okay, so if we have the unread yet, can we get a little idea about what the unread looks like? All right, here it is. Look at that, the Queen of Forces. She's got the sun on one side and the moon on the other, and we just had a full moon and an eclipse. If you didn't see it, it was really kind of pretty. But you notice that she's got, kind of a division between the two parts. And that is what will soon be happening to our planet. Now, how soon that's happening, I don't know. That's up to the boss. But I know that this particular chapter will close in 2030. Does that mean we'll be totally ascended by then? I don't know. But it's not the end of the world. And please, please, please stop thinking Armageddon is coming. Stop it. Armageddon is not coming. Not yet. It's going to be a ways out if it gets here. But enough of us that are ascended, awake, and aware, and purify ourselves for transition, for a higher consciousness, that's going to lift up the entire planet. That's going to lift up the consciousness, the universal consciousness, and bless Mother Earth. And without Mother Earth, these bodies would not be happy because we'd be gone. We'd be space dust. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to look and see if I have any questions. And if I don't, again, if you've enjoyed the video and you found it to be of some value, please share it. Also, I am taking questions to answer on these broadcasts more and more. I do want to talk about energy and how to maintain a positive energy during these not so happy times. So I'm looking for some people to help me with that. And I do not see any questions. And again, I will be at For Heaven's Sakes Books on Thursday. Now, Wednesday is tomorrow. I do have a little bit of space tomorrow in my schedule. And so if you need an appointment tomorrow, just private message me here on Facebook. Or go over to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on About or Contact, and there'll be a way to get a hold of me. Thursday, I'll be at For Heaven's Sakes Books. So I think I have like 4 slots left. And they go so quickly. So make sure you sign up for them, especially everybody freaking out with Scorpio going on and relationships all over the place. Anyway, the relationship with yourself is the most important, Spirit says. And if you need anything else, just let me know. So big hugs and kisses. People have been asking me about the workshops, the high-pitched whine in the air, the high frequency. I have had some people ask me to go back to doing the mini academy, Spiritual Awakening Mini Academy. So I'll be planning some dates to get those up. As you know, school's almost out. Summer's coming. I'm going to be taking my daughter on a little bit of a mini vacation and just lots of stuff. So I'll have to find a spot to stick that in. Oh, one more thing. I believe it's not this weekend, but next weekend. I will be teaching a dowsing class that's working with a pendulum. So if you're really having trouble understanding what the truth is of this planet, what's the lies, who's covering things, how much truth is this, then join me for that basic dowsing class, because we're going to cover all of that, and you'll be able to find out, are there poisons or toxins, in this water? Are there poisons in this food? Is this particular vaccination a good idea for my body? Does it have elements in it I don't want in my body? All kinds of stuff. So join me for that. And then for those of you that are in the Academy that joined in May, yay! And I'll have another time coming up soon for more people to join. We're really building a community. I had one student ask me to have some get-togethers, so I'm thinking I could have a get-together at my house, have a nice picnic with all the students and everything. So anyway, if you are a highly sensitive person, star seed, or empath, feel free to join us at the Spiritual Awakening Academy. Just send me a message and I'll let you know the next time that I'm accepting applications. Thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful night. Big hugs and kisses.